Had a mental breakdown yesterday, thought about ending it all, looked up possible bridge candidates to jump off of. Couldn't find anything that I liked particularly, as the best one had been used often by others for the same thing so much that in response, they built barriers to prevent more suicides from occurring. So while it's still a candidate, it's no longer ideal simply due to the number of preventatives in place to others from committing suicide. Thought of obtaining the firearms in the home, but since my mom works from home now, that option is quite unlikely to happen. I could time it while she isn't home. Other family members being present would still hinder this plan's success, as they remain unpredictable in that regard. I continued to be in a more or less catatonic state whilst my mind raced with a multitude of possible solutions with my problem with life, until I fell asleep at some point. I don't exactly remember how long I was in that catatonic state. I don't remember when I slipped into a slumber. I just know that sleeping is currently the best solution I have when I enter a mental breakdown. Sleeping to me is the closest feeling to being dead as I can get, and can only hope one day I can truly commit suicide to rid myself, this thing known as myself and life. Oh, this mental breakdown occurred because I hit my breaking point. That breaking point was hit when I was let go of from my job. A job that I quite like, mind you. So while the breakdown occurring was a surprise to be sure, there was a likelihood of it happening now, looking back. Without a job means I gotta look for a new job. Don't really know where to start. I'll delay my search for as long as possible, while remaining in my comfort zone financially. Suicide is still very much on the table, of course. It will always be on the table, and I doubt anything currently will change my mind on that. But on the positive side, I have my lovely freedom again. There have been a few things I've been meaning to do for a while now that I just simply didn't either have the energy or time to do since I had a job. It'll be nice being able to get those things off the to-do list. 3 of the biggest things on that list being 2 video ideas that I've had for a while now, and been meaning to write something of a script for, and I can get caught up on art, so to speak. Thankfully, some art ideas I have are more on the simple side, so not too challenging. Mayhap I'm eating my words there. We'll see. But on the negative side, I don't have too much money, so I can't delay the inevitable for that long compared to last time where I had accumulated so much money to the point where I lived off said money for over a year. Honestly, I wish I could live the life of a hikikomori, because I'm essentially that, but forced to go outside and work, which isn't hikikomori. Anyways, don't really have a social life, IRL. Buy groceries online, never go out for the most part. I'm basically a hikikomori, minus the work part. Unfortunately, I just want to die and be free from all of it. By the way, the Memrise app, which I used as an important tool for my learning in Japanese or Nihongo, has finally gone to shit, with the developers getting rid of its old, much more intuitive UI, replaced with something clunky and quite frankly jank. I gave the new UI a try, I really did, but it just feels so damn clunky. In response to said app offing itself, I've cancelled my subscription and have moved on to using other learning language tools to further my journey in learning Nihongo, and to become at least somewhat alright at speaking it. I doubt I'll be native in it, but I'd like to at least be conversational. Thankfully, let's say I hypothetically found resources that were identical to Memrise's catalog and downloaded it. I would have found my solution. Hypothetically, of course. So hypothetically, I'm alright, but in actuality, I'm not alright in that department. Totally. Last thing of note is that the Wisdom Dental X-ray is supposed to happen tomorrow. Hopefully it will happen. I don't know. I don't know anything, it seems. Anyways, I'm going to watch either Ina play Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, or Fauna play Will You Press the Button, or Cinder chat. Maybe all 3. I don't know. Maybe I'll finish a page in my sketchbook or start one of those art ideas I had in my mind. I don't know. This journal entry was written on February 7th, 3 p.m.